Question. Displacement time graph of the particle moving in one dimension is shown. The distance time graph of the given particle will be. This is our displacement time graph. So that means initially starting from rest, as the time increases, the displacement of the particle increases. After some time, the displacement of the particle decreases and finally the body comes back to the same position. That means the net displacement when the graph strikes at this point is equal to 0. So it started from a point P here. The displacement will go on increasing up to point Q, P and Q. Thereafter the displacement decreases. So that means the body turns back from here and the displacement decreases. And if the graph comes back again to the same point, the net displacement is 0. But we want to plot distance time graph. So we need to calculate the total distance traveled from P to Q, also the distance traveled from Q to P. So the graph we have to plot for PQ and Q to again back to point P, or if you can call this point as R. So Q to R. So that means simply we can write in a simple manner, since distance traveled by the body is equal to sum of magnitude of all displacements, right? So magnitude of displacement we take and add. So magnitude of displacement from P to Q, that is given by the graph angle 60 degrees. So P to Q. So if we take this side the displacement, this side as the time taken. So magnitude of displacement for P to Q, it will be PQ. This angle 60 degrees. This point is P, this time is Q. So distance traveled from P to Q and displacement P to Q is same. From Q to R, displacement is decreasing, but the distance traveled should be again magnitude of it. So that means it adds up from here. So imagine this as the x-axis. Here the graph should be 30 degrees. So the graph will be plotted like this. This is 30 degrees. Distance traveled is increasing. Distance is equal to sum of magnitude of all displacements. So correct option, here the displacement is from P to Q increasing. Thereafter the distance traveled remains the same. Distance is not increasing. So this is not the correct option. Here from P to Q it is 60 degrees, Q to R it is 30 degrees. So correct option will be B. See, continuously 30 degrees, this is wrong option. Not possible to draw. We can draw this distance time graph like this. So correct option should be option B.